The Kingdom of Thailand is currently facing a dual-threat meteorological emergency as a series of catastrophic summer storms, Phayu Rudu Ron, collide with a record-breaking heat wave. The Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, has placed 21 provinces spanning the north, northeast, central, and eastern regions under high alert status. What began as a seasonal transition has rapidly escalated into a humanitarian and infrastructure crisis, leaving thousands of homes damaged and the national power grid strained to its limits. According to the latest bulletin from the Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, the current instability is caused by a powerful high-pressure system from China moving southward into Upper Thailand. This cool air mass is slamming into a heat low-pressure cell that has been baked by weeks of temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. The physics of these storms is explosive, explains a senior meteorologist at the Bangkok Weather Center. When the cool, dense air from the north hits the superheated, moist air sitting over the Mekong Basin, it creates massive vertical cloud formations known as cumulonimbus. These result in what we call microbursts, localized columns of sinking air that hit the ground with the force of a small tornado. These storms are distinct from tropical typhoons in that they are short-lived and localized, yet their peak wind speeds can rival Category 1 hurricanes, often accompanied by graupel, or large hailstones that have caused widespread structural failure. The impact on Thai citizens has been profound. Data from the ASEAN Disaster Information Network, ADINet, indicates that over 2,295 people have been directly impacted by the weather systems since March 20th. The provinces of Nakhon Phanom and Chaiyaphum have borne the brunt of the destruction. On March 22nd alone, a single storm cell demolished or severely damaged 459 houses. In many villages, entire roofs were lifted off and carried hundreds of meters away. In Ratchaburi, over 100 homes were reported damaged earlier this month. Local residents described the sound of the wind as a freight train passing through their living rooms. In Mae Hong Son and Tak, the primary threat has been a combination of storm winds and extreme heat, with temperatures peaking at a staggering 43 degrees Celsius, 109.4 degrees Fahrenheit. This heat has made recovery efforts difficult, as workers face the risk of heat stroke while repairing damaged power lines. In the capital, the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, BMA, has been on 24-hour standby. While the city has avoided the worst of the hail, flash storms during evening rush hours have caused significant disruption. On March 27th, viral footage showed a popular riverside cafe's roof being shredded by gusts, sending glass and debris into the air. The BMA has identified over 200 high-risk billboards across the city that may be susceptible to collapse. Drainage tunnels are being cleared to prevent the flash flooding that typically follows these 30-minute high-intensity downpours. The timing of these storms is particularly devastating for Thailand's agricultural sector. The late March period is crucial for fruit orchards in the east and rice farmers in the central region. In Kalasin and Amnat Charoen, hail has decimated seasonal fruit crops, with some farmers reporting a 70% loss in yield. The Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation, DDPM, has warned farmers to move livestock into reinforced shelters, as lightning strikes and falling trees have already caused numerous animal fatalities. While the storms grab the headlines, the underlying heat wave is equally dangerous. The heat index, the temperature it feels like when humidity is factored in, has soared past 50 degrees Celsius in parts of Chonburi and Bangkok. The Ministry of Public Health has issued a code red warning, advising citizens to avoid all outdoor activity between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Heat stroke is a silent killer in these conditions, says a ministry spokesperson. When you combine 90% humidity with 40-degree heat, the human body loses the ability to cool itself through sweat. Meanwhile, the Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, has issued an emergency weather bulletin for Chonburi Province as violent summer storms, Phayu Rudu Ron, often described by locals as having typhoon-like intensity, sweep across the eastern seaboard. The province, a critical industrial and tourism hub, is currently facing a volatile mix of record-breaking heat and sudden destructive wind gusts, reaching speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour. According to the Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, the current crisis in Chonburi is driven by a powerful high-pressure system from China moving southward to collide with a stagnant heat low-pressure cell over Thailand. With ground temperatures in Chonburi hitting 41 to 42 degrees Celsius, the air is highly energized. When the cooler air mass strikes this thermal wall, it creates supercell thunderstorms. These are not sustained tropical typhoons from the ocean, but localized microbursts that can cause more structural damage than a typical monsoon. Sudden gale-force winds on the evening of March 29th caused significant damage to beachfront structures. Several large advertising billboards along Sukhumvit Road collapsed, causing temporary power outages. In the Bali Hai Pier area, small boats were tossed against the docks by 2-meter waves. The industrial heart of the province experienced flash flooding, as intense rainfall, exceeding 80 millimeters in 1 hour, overwhelmed drainage systems. Several factory zones reported minor flooding in low-lying warehouses. Residents reported localized hail falling for approximately 15 minutes, shattering glass windows in residential areas and damaging vehicle windshields. The popular tourist island was temporarily cut off from the mainland, as ferry services were suspended due to dangerous sea conditions and visibility dropping to near zero during the storm peaks. As of March 31st, 2026, preliminary assessments indicate approximately 850 homes across Chonburi have reported roof damage or structural failure due to falling trees. Over 40 high-voltage power poles were snapped in the Phan That Thong area, leading to a 6-hour blackout that affected thousands. Durian and mangosteen orchards in the rural outskirts of Chonburi have suffered branch snapping, potentially reducing the upcoming harvest yield by 15 to 20%. Chonburi governor has activated the Provincial Emergency Operations Center. Rescue teams from the Sawang Boribun Foundation are working around the clock to clear debris from major arteries like Highway 7, Motorway, and Highway 3, Sukhumvit. Residents are urged to bring in outdoor furniture and reinforce shop signage. Stay away from construction cranes, old buildings, and large trees, especially rain trees and eucalyptus, which are prone to uprooting. The Royal Thai Navy in Sattahip has issued a strict no-sail order for small boats until at least April 2nd, as the Gulf of Thailand remains turbulent. Between storm events, the heat index in Chonburi is reaching 52 degrees Celsius, extreme danger. Avoid outdoor activities between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. to prevent heat stroke. Meanwhile, the province of Ratchaburi, a vital agricultural and industrial gateway in eastern Thailand, is currently reeling from the impact of violent summer storms, Phayu Rudu Ron. The resulting atmospheric instability has triggered what locals describe as typhoon-like conditions, featuring wind gusts exceeding 85 kilometers per hour, localized hail, and torrential downpours that have caused widespread structural damage. Ratchaburi's geographical position, nestled between the Khao Yai National Park mountains to the north and the low-lying plains to the south, has made it a pressure cooker for these storms. With ground temperatures in Ratchaburi peaking at 41 to 42 degrees Celsius today, the rising heat creates a massive thermal updraft, explained a meteorologist at the Regional Weather Center. When the cooler air mass from the north hits this updraft, it triggers rapid condensation and violent downdrafts, or microbursts. These are not sustained typhoons, but short-burst storms that can deliver the punch of a Category 1 hurricane. In the provincial capital, powerful winds uprooted century-old trees along the main thoroughfares, crushing several parked vehicles and blocking traffic to the local hospital. This industrial hub experienced a massive power surge as lightning struck a major substation. Several factories reported temporary production halts. In the nearby residential zones, The storm tore roof panels off over 120 houses, leaving families seeking shelter in community centers. Known for its vast agricultural lands, Chonburi was hit by localized hail. Farmers reported that hailstones, some the size of marbles, decimated mango and durian orchards, causing an estimated loss of 15 million baht in potential harvest revenue. Flash floods were reported in low-lying villages near the mountain foothills as the intense rainfall, over 90 millimeters in 45 minutes, caused rapid runoff from the national park slopes. Meanwhile, the National Center for Hydro-Meteorological Forecasting, NCHMF, has issued a high-level emergency alert as a series of violent and unseasonal summer storms, Giông Lốc Mùa Hè, possessing the destructive power of a tropical typhoon, ravaged northern and north-central Vietnam. As of the evening of March 31st, authorities have confirmed multiple fatalities and catastrophic damage to thousands of homes across the highlands. According to the latest consolidated report from the Vietnam Disaster Management Authority, VDMA, the violent weather systems that peaked between March 29th and March 31st, 2026, have resulted in a rising number of casualties. At least 4 people have been confirmed dead. In Quang Ninh Province, 2 individuals drowned after gale-force winds capsized their fishing vessel near the coast. In Tuyen Quang and Son provinces, 2 separate fatalities were recorded due to direct lightning strikes during intense thunderstorms. At least 15 people have been treated for severe injuries. Lao Cai Province reported the highest number of casualties, 9 people, mostly due to collapsing walls and flying debris, shattered glass and zinc roof sheets. While technically classified as convective storms rather than a sustained maritime typhoon, the peak wind gusts reached level 10, up to 102 kilometers per hour, causing damage comparable to a Category 1 hurricane. Over 6,500 houses have been severely damaged or had their roofs completely torn off. Lao Cai remains the epicenter of the crisis, with approximately 4,500 homes impacted. In Cao Bang and Phu Tho, dozens of schools and local health clinics suffered structural failures. High-voltage power lines were severed in several districts, leaving over 150,000 residents without electricity as of Tuesday evening. The timing is devastating for the winter-spring harvest. Huge swaths of fruit orchards, plum, peach, and pear, in the northern highlands were decimated by heavy hail, with some hailstones reported to be the size of golf balls. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh has directed provincial authorities in the affected northern provinces to prioritize search and rescue operations and provide immediate financial assistance to families whose homes were destroyed.